Monster Slayer Hero is the component of perfection in Stardew Valley that requires you to defeat a large number and variety of monsters in the mines, Skull Cavern, and Volcano. I am aiming to complete this in 2 in-game months, ending summer 28. This task may seem simple, but it takes place over 3 main areas, requires I repair Willy's boat and reach Ginger Island, and also requires I become powerful enough to defeat all 2,620 monsters that must be defeated in the run. That 2-month limit is an estimate though. As of writing this, I don't know how many days it will take me. Will it take longer? Will I do it faster? Will this be beatable by you? It's time to find out. Day 1 of spring. After creating the world, I plant and water the parsnip seeds that you start with, and chop trees to craft a chest and to fulfill future needs. Once I've exhausted my energy, I craft a chest to put my stuff in, then explore the map for forage and artifact spots. I get a cookie from the trash, find a daffodil, dandelion, and wild horseradish, then harvest these spring onions and convert their energy to chopped trees. As this occurs, I'll touch on the farm map chosen. I have decided to use a forest farm so that the acquisition of hardwood to repair Willy's boat will be easier. The money needs for this run is less than previous runs, as I only need enough money to complete the Jojo Community Development Form and unlock Ginger Island, and plan on getting the money from monster loot, as well as gold from the mines and iridium from Skull Cavern. Thus, I won't need the free fish smoker, as time spent fishing is time spent not defeating monsters. When done, I go around whacking weeds for fibre, then go to bed. Day 2 of spring. I water the parsnips, then go to the beach, get Willy's rod, then start fishing. For today, tomorrow, and the 4th of spring, I don't have access to the mines, and thus can't defeat any monsters, so the only thing I can do now is fish for money and food. While I fish, I'll quickly touch on the rules of the run. Firstly, when I created the save, I did not choose a seed, and therefore I don't have advanced knowledge of things like infested floors and travelling cart stock. I can pre-play a day to figure out what is happening on that day, but that's it. Secondly, I won't be animation cancelling, which will make combat slower than if I were to do it. Finally, no glitches, so I won't be chair hopping or using the Ultimate ID glitch or anything like that. I fish until 4 PM and sell my fish to Willy to clear my inventory. Unfortunately, I don't have fishing level 2 to buy the fiberglass rod, and if I did, I'm also short by 500G. I could have avoided this by resetting the day to do a better job of catching the fish, or by somehow getting extra money on day 1, but I decided to not worry about it and continue with the day. I drop off my items at the farm and spend the rest of the night fishing at the lake until I pass out. Overnight, I get all the way to level 3 fishing, letting me buy the fiberglass rod tomorrow. Day 3 of spring. I go to Willy's shop again and fish a bit while waiting for it to open and sell my fish, buy the fiberglass rod and buy some bait. With those fishing supplies in hand, I visit Clint and open my geodes, getting 6 copper ore. This saves me 450G later, but also will cause Clint to visit me tomorrow to give me the furnace recipe, so that I will have a furnace for the very first day of the mines. Then I go to the lake again and spend the rest of the night fishing. At 3 PM I get a treasure chest which gets me a Neptune's glaive and a diamond. The glaive will be a massive help in the mines, letting me defeat enemies much faster than I could with a rusty sword. I did not reset this day to get this sword. I did not plan on getting the sword, I just simply got lucky. And then after that, I got 2 more diamonds. After passing out, I get level 5 fishing, so I chose the fisher profession so that my fish sell for more. Day 4 of spring. The first thing I do is get the furnace recipe, water my parsnips, chop enough stones so that I can craft the furnace, then go to Willy's shop to sell my fish. I get 4,800G from Willy, then go to Clint and sell my diamonds for 2,200G, and then buy copper ore until I have 45 of it, 20 to craft a furnace, and 25 to smelt 5 copper bars to upgrade my axe to copper. Then I visit Pierre, buy the backpack upgrade, and buy 16 kale seeds to be planted tomorrow, so that I'll have level 2 farming by the time of the egg festival. Then, with 1000G to get to buy the copper axe, I fish outside Willy's shop while smelting my copper into bars. Right before 3 PM, I finish fishing with 2000G in my pocket, buy the axe upgrade, then spend the rest of the night fishing at the lake once again. This time, the fish won't be sold, they'll be eaten. Day 5 of spring. I get a cat from Marnie, harvest the parsnips, plant and water the kale seeds, then go to the mines, picking up 3 leeks on the way. Today, if I wanted to, I could unlock the community centre by entering town from the bus stop, but I'm holding off on that in order to spend more time in the mines. Speaking of, I go down in the mines level by level, making sure to slime any green slimes and defeat any bugs and rock crabs I find on my way down. With the Neptune's Glaive, most monsters here go down in 1 hit, sometimes 2. Now that I've passed the portion of the run devoted to fishing, I'll go over the monster eradication goals that will be fulfilled in this run. There are 12 categories of monsters that are found primarily in the mines, Skull Cavern, or the Volcano mines on Ginger Island. Of the monsters found in the mines, I must defeat 1000 slimes, 80 bugs, 30 duggies, 60 rock crabs, 500 dust sprites, 200 bats, 50 skeletons, and 150 void spirits. Most of these monsters are found in specific sections of the mines, particularly skeletons, which are only found between floors 71 and 79, and some of these monsters are found in other locations like crabs and bats, which are found in Skull Cavern as well. Of the monsters found in Skull Cavern, I must defeat 250 serpents, 100 mummies, and 50 pepper rexes. The pepper rexes are notable as they are primarily found on prehistoric floors in Skull Cavern that randomly appear about 2.2% of the time, which makes this goal particularly difficult to complete. Finally, there is the Volcano mines requiring access to Ginger Island to enter. Tiger slimes and magma duggies can be found here, but the only monster unique to this area that must be defeated are the magma sprites, of which 150 must be defeated. Right before 7 PM, I hit a slime infested floor, so I clear that before continuing. By 9 PM, I reached floor 35 on the first day of the mines. I try to go for floor 40, but don't make it in time, and pass out right after managing my inventory. Overnight, I reached level 2 mining, letting me craft cherry bombs and staircases. Day 6 of spring. I water the kale, place a scarecrow, then return to the mines. In there, I descend from floor 35 to floor 55, then spend the rest of the night farming for iron on floor 41. Day 7 of spring. I water the kale, then go to the mines. Instead of farming monsters, I am mainly farming iron for iron tool upgrades, as well as sprinklers. I'd estimate that I can get up to 30,000 G if I grow strawberries in the second half of spring, in a process that is mostly set and forget. Right after 11 PM, I leave the mines and head to the bus stop, then immediately turn around to enter the town, giving me the cutscene that opens the community centre. Then I go to the museum and donate 5 items, getting me 9 cauliflower seeds, which I don't claim yet to save inventory space. But this completes the archaeology quest, getting me 250 G plus another 200 G from growing a parsnip and placing a scarecrow. Then I visit Clint, get my copper axe, sell my gems, and open my geodes. From playing the day, opening my geodes, writing down what's in them, and resetting the day, I can work out what the geodes will drop without checking the predictor, and thus I know that the first Omni Geode will give me a fire quartz, and the 4th last Omni Geode will give me 5 gold ore, which is all the items I need to complete the boiler room itself, though I still need wood and hardwood for the construction bundle to unlock the boiler room in the first place. I also barely have enough money to afford the copper pickaxe upgrade, so I get that going, read the scroll in the community centre, then return to the mines. The rest of the night is spent farming bugs, green slimes, duggies, and dust sprites. Then I check my progress at the Adventurers Guild and sell some items while I'm there. Day 8 of spring. Today, I'm pickless, so after watering the kale, I chop some trees, visit the wizard, chop some stumps, then head to the community centre. I complete the spring crops bundle and the construction bundle, which unlocks the boiler room, then complete all 3 bundles of the boiler room. My next goal here is to repair the bus, which will be a while as that costs 42,500 G. Then, I return to the mines to farm some monsters. Very quickly, I complete the goal for bugs, so from here on, I'm just going to ignore them. I also end up a bit over halfway towards completing the goal for duggies. Right after 8 PM, I get a farming skill book, which gets me almost all the way there to level 2 farming. Day 9 of spring. After watering the kale and farming a few more duggies, I get my copper pickaxe from Clint and descend in the mines from level 55 to level 75, then spend the rest of the night farming duggies. Overnight, I reached level 2 farming a few days earlier than expected due to the skill book from yesterday, as well as harvesting 2 parsnips this morning. Day 10 of spring. After watering the kale, I descend in the mines from floor 75 to floor 90, where I get the obsidian edge, an upgrade to the Neptune's Glaive that has served me well for the past 5 days. For a while, I won't need to go any further, as there aren't any new monsters from floor 90 to floor 120, and reaching floor 120 will double the health and damage of the monsters, which I don't want. So instead, I spend the rest of the night farming for dust sprites. I want to get these out of the way as soon as possible, as the burglar's ring I get from that monster eradication goal will double monster drops, and thus double the amount of money that I can get from mob loot. Overnight, I get level 5 mining, so I choose the miner profession for extra ore. Day 11 of spring. I harvest the kale, which will be used as food, and spend the rest of the day farming dust sprites. I defeat 150 of them, and by the end of the day I have 150 left to go, which means I should get that eradication goal with one more day of farming. I also get 2 diamonds, which is neat. Day 12 of spring. Today is about farming even more dust sprites, but it is also about something else. Money. Tomorrow is the egg festival, and I plan on buying as many strawberry seeds as I possibly can to get as much money as possible from strawberries. So, first thing I do, I ship all my gems and geodes, then spend the day farming dust sprites. While I do that, I look out for 2 specific tiles that contain frozen geodes, which I know contain them from scouting out the day beforehand. At 10 PM, I leave the mines and go to the Adventurers Guild to sell my old weapons and shoes, getting me an extra 900G plus money from mob loot, and check the eradication goals. 38 dust sprites to go. I'm nearly there, but I won't be completing it today. I dust 20 more of them, ship the rest of my sellable items, and then go to bed so I don't lose money. I get level 3 farming from yet another farming book, and make 11,600G overnight. Day 13 of spring. Today is the egg festival where Pierre sells strawberry seeds. Before I can buy them though, I clear the farm, place some flooring where sprinklers will go, till the soil, fertilise and water, stopping at 1 PM. On my way to the town, I grab my copper and iron bars from the mines and craft as many basic sprinklers as I can. At the town, I enter the festival, buy 140 strawberry seeds and leave. This puts me back on the farm at 10 PM, so I plant all of the strawberry seeds, place all the basic sprinklers on the bottom half of the planting area, and water as many seeds as I can, then go to bed. Day 14 of spring. You may have noticed that about half of the seeds didn't get the water this morning by the sprinklers. I water those strawberry seeds, then spend until 3 PM farming copper to finish off the sprinklers. 2 hours are spent farming dust sprites, then that eradication goal is done, and I go to the Adventurers Guild to get the burglar's ring, which effectively doubles monster drops. My next goal is void spirits, which drop enough void essence, especially now it's doubled, to provide a decent chunk of money. About 13k can be obtained from the void essence I'll get from this eradication goal, so I spend the night farming void spirits on floor 81 and farming gold at the same time to sell. At 11 PM, I leave the mines to place the sprinklers. I place all the sprinklers I need to, but miss one. So I return to the mines to smelt that 1 copper bar and place that 1 sprinkler so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. I also ship some items so that I can buy salads tomorrow, as my food supplies are running low. Day 15 of spring. Remember when I said I wouldn't descend in the mines for a while? Well, I was wrong. I still want to hold off on reaching floor 120, but floor 81 wasn't that effective at farming void spirits, and floors 95 and 105 are much more effective at that, so I descend from floor 90 to floor 105, reaching floor 105 right before 3 PM. Then, I sell my gold bars and gems to Clint, sell my mushrooms to Pierre, and buy as many salads as I can, plus a few coffees. Having attained a healthy diet, I spend the rest of the night farming void spirits and lava crabs. I make the mistake of thinking that there is an eradication goal for metalheads, but only for today, and the solar essence they drop will be useful anyway. I know there's no eradication goal for the squid kids, but they succumb to 1 hit and drop good loot. Day 16 of spring. I spend all day farming void spirits, taking a break to upgrade my pickaxe to iron before Clint closes. Over the course of the day, I get 2 iridium bar drops, millions to 1. Day 17 of spring. Today, there's only 27 void spirits left to go, so I spend until 11 AM farming them. Next on the list is skeletons, and I deal with them by entering floor 71 and looking for them, which seems better to me than trying on floor 75, but I don't have data on that. At 2 PM, I leave the mines and enter the Adventurers Guild to pick up the reward from defeating all 150 void spirits I had to defeat, the Savage Ring. This ring grants a short speed buff when a monster is defeated, which with a large number of monsters that need to be defeated in the run, is a very useful gain. I spend the rest of the day farming more skeletons. Day 18 of spring. Only 2 skeletons to go. 2! When they're done, I spend a bit of time farming ice slimes on a slime-infested floor on floor 51, then pick up the iron axe from Clint. With my pickaxe back, and with most of the eradication goals complete, or close to complete, I need to work on the next goal, the vault. I need to raise a total of 42,500 G to repair the bus, and I'm already partway there by having void essence, soul essence, and some metal bars and gems saved as well. So, for today, I spend the rest of the day farming gold in the mines and farm copper too, so that I have more furnaces to smelt more gold. Day 19 of spring. I have 5,000 G worth of sellable items left to obtain, so I spend all day until 3:30 PM farming gold, and then go to Clint with my diamonds, gold bars, iridium bars and other gems, and sell them, getting me almost 25,000 G. I get a bit more money from opening my geodes, a bit more money still from selling crabs and squidding to Willy, then return to the mines intending to farm void spirits until I have enough void essence. But I check the numbers and I have enough items already, so I visit the Adventurers Guild and sell my spare weapons and rings, plus most of my soul essence and void essence, getting me to the money I need. Then I give the money to the Junimos to repair the bus. Now I could have saved a bit of money doing this via Joja, as I'll be switching over to Joja to complete the last 3 rewards, but doing it this way gives me a crystallarium, which will get me jades, which will get me staircases, which will help in Skull Cavern. But more on that later. For now, I spend the rest of the day farming iron to craft bombs for a Skull Cavern stay tomorrow. I shipped 2 gold bars earlier today to get 500 G overnight to pay for the bus ticket tomorrow. Day 20 of spring. Well, turns out I forgot something. To enter Skull Cavern, I need to reach floor 120 in the mines and get the Skull Key. So, I spend until midday doing just that. Go to the desert, visit the desert trader to buy spicy eels, and enter Skull Cavern at the bright and early time of 1 PM. For today, entering Skull Cavern late, I'm trying to descend and get resources, but I'm also defeating as many serpents as I come across. This continues until I reach floor 32 at 1 AM. I've got some good items, particularly a lucky ring, but I wanted a prismatic shard to get the galaxy sword. Oh well, I'll do it tomorrow. I leave the caverns, visit the desert trader to buy some desert warp totems, as well as some triple shot espressos from diamonds got today. 27 serpents down, 223 to go. Day 21 of spring. Today, some of these strawberries are ready, but I decide to wait until tomorrow to harvest them so that I can harvest all of them at the same time. I read the mail, grab all my jades, warp to the desert, buy some staircases, and enter Skull Cavern. For today, I'm going down deep, as I really want a prismatic shard to get a galaxy sword, but I'm going out of my way a bit more than usual to defeat the serpents I come across. At midday, on floor 39, I get the slammer from a crate. Definitely an upgrade. On floor 61, at 4 PM, I get a battery from a bat. On floor 73, at 7 PM, I get a second one, but that's all the batteries for today. On floor 79, at 9 PM, I get a prismatic shard from an iridium node. This is the main thing I needed from Skull Caverns today, so I leave, as there's something much more important to be done. You see, today's the first day that the bookseller is available on this seed, and he's selling a combat book that I can trade in for a monster musk. This increases monster spawns by a lot, and so is obviously incredibly valuable to the run. On the way there, I visit the desert trader, get the galaxy sword, and sell 8,000 G worth of void essence to the Adventurers Guild. I then buy a combat skill book and trade it in for a monster musk. This is going to be worth every penny. With that done, I ship a few items for tomorrow, then spend the rest of the night farming green slimes. Day 22 of spring. I harvest all the strawberries, bringing me to farming level 6, then read the mail, where I get 10,000 G from Mr. Key, because I reached floor 25 in Skull Cavern on the 20th. I smelt more iridium, farm a few slimes, get my axe upgraded to iron, and buy a JoJo membership. Then I return to Skull Cavern, farm some serpents, smelt some more gold bars, and spend the rest of the night farming serpents. Until 10 PM, where a near-death encounter with a yellow slime causes me to decide to leave Skull Cavern for today. I gotta buy some more salads anyway. The rest of the night is spent farming green slimes. Overnight, from reaching farming level 5, I choose the tiller profession so that my strawberries will sell for more. And, from reaching mining level 10, I choose the blacksmith profession so that my metal bars will also sell for more. Day 23 of spring. After smelting some gold and visiting the desert trader, I spend a few hours farming serpents on floor 1 of Skull Cavern, then visit Clint. I sell my gems and iridium bars until I have 33,000 G, then sell my entire first harvest of strawberries to Pierre, bringing me to 56,000 G. I buy the third backpack upgrade to make Skull Cavern's deep dives more productive, buy the greenhouse repair, and buy salads until I have 500 G left. With this money, I return to the desert and to Skull Cavern and spend the rest of the night doing a half-day deep dive, but only reach floor 40. Day 24 of spring. Today is a flower dance, but as I don't care about villager friendships, I'm going to go down Skull Cavern instead. I warp straight there and go down level by level. On floor 60, right before 9 PM, I get 2 batteries from iridium bats. Only 1 left to go. But I don't get another one today, so I have another deep dive yet to go, and I pass out with 48,000 G worth of iridium ore. Day 25 of spring. And now for something different. I smelt my iridium, farm some green slimes, get my iron axe, sell some gems to Clint, visit the desert trader, then return to the farm. Here, I chop all the stumps I come across, and then go through the secret woods to chop the stumps there. I leave the logs so that I could chop them when I reach level 5 foraging, so that they'll drop more hardwood. Then, I return to the farm and start chopping trees. I hit level 4 foraging in the secret woods, but I want to reach level 5 foraging by the end of today. At 3 PM, I stop the chopping spree and smelt some iridium and gold, selling just enough iridium bars to Clint to hit 25k. I buy the bridge repair, sell some cloth to Pierre, buy salads, chop even more trees, clear the back cave, sell some void essence and soul essence to the Adventurers Guild, and visit the bookseller again. Another combat book, another monster musk. While here, I chop the trees and stumps in this area, then return to the saloon to buy even more salads. After leaving the saloon, I check my stats, and I've finally reached level 5 foraging, so I can stop chopping trees. Gold gets smelt, slimes get slimed, and I pass out, getting level 5 foraging overnight. I pick the forester profession, which also increases the hardwood from stumps and logs. Day 26 of spring. The second round of strawberries are ready, so I harvest them all, then go through the entire forest farm map, then the entire secret woods, chopping logs and stumps. With Forester, I go from having 50 hardwood to having 178 hardwood. I warp back to the farm, sell all of my strawberries to Pierre, buy the panning upgrade from Jojo Mart, and chop the hidden log by the blacksmith. Only 12 hardwood to go. Running low on coffee, I sell 10 iridium bars to Clint, buy 42 coffees and the triple shot espresso recipe from the saloon, and cook 14 triple shot espressos with a cooking campfire. With that done, I spend 3 hours farming serpents, then remember that I'm visiting Skull Caverns tomorrow, and so spend the rest of the night farming iron for bombs, defeating any slimes and bats that I find. Day 27 of spring. Back to Skull Caverns. I defeat some serpents, some mummies, some bats, but most importantly, on floor 70, right before 9 PM, I get the last battery I need to repair Wheelie's boat. With things I still need to do today, I leave Skull Cavern, smelt my ore, get the Jojo completion cutscene despite it being 9 PM, chop a total of 3 more stumps, and now I have everything I need to repair Wheelie's boat. 5 batteries, 5 iridium bars, and 200 hardwood. With that done, the rest of the night is spent farming green slimes. Day 28 of spring. My inventory is set up for Ginger Island, but I forgot that today is the day I repair the boat, not go to the island. I read the mail, grab a monster musk from the mines, warp to the desert, buy some ladders from the desert trader, and enter Skull Cavern. It turns out that today is particularly special. Prehistoric floors, where Pepper Rexes spawn, appear about 2.2% of the time, but the exact floor levels that are prehistoric are fixed to the day. Today, there is a prehistoric floor on floor 25, so I can reach it quickly and thus defeat a lot of Pepper Rexes with the help of that monster musk. I reached floor 25 the first time using most of my ladders and having used a monster musk right beforehand. Unfortunately, this is a smaller floor and so I only get 4 Pepper Rexes. I leave Skull Caverns, go back in and return to floor 25. This time, it's a bigger floor and I defeat 8 Pepper Rexes. I find that I have enough time to reach floor 25 for a third time, so I do, and defeat another 9 Pepper Rexes, bringing me halfway to the goal, with a few minutes of Monster Musk to spare. At 2 PM, I leave Skull Cavern, rush to Willie's shop and supply the batteries, hardwood and iridium bars in that order. I still have a few minutes of Monster Musk left, but not enough time to reach floor 25 for a 4th time, so I return to Skull Cavern to farm serpents, until the Monster Musk runs out. I have also donated the Dwarf Scrolls at this point, and so I can talk to the Volcano Dwarf if I need to. Once I become significantly less smelly, I spend the rest of the night farming iron, blue slimes, and bats. Day 1 of summer. Summer is here, but I don't care about the forageables or crops. I have an island to visit. Unfortunately, I forgot the 1000G to buy the ticket, so I spend the first 3 hours farming more iron, sell 4 emeralds to Clint, and then go to the island. Here, I go a different route to all my previous runs. I get a few nuts out of Island East, and grab the tent kits too. Those will finally be useful. I unlock Island North for 1 nut, and go up Island North while only grabbing the easy to get till spots and nut bushes, but not the more out of the way nuts. Unlike previous runs, I immediately enter the volcano mines and go inside. There are 2 things I need from the volcano. Firstly, I gotta whack 150 magma sprites for that eradication goal, and secondly, I need to enchant my weapons so that I can defeat monsters faster. For today, all I need to do is reach the forge, unlock the shortcut, and sleep on the island to go back into the volcano tomorrow. On floor 8, I get an island warp totem from a crate, and get the dragon skull boots on floor 9 from a rare chest, then reach the forge right before 8 PM. Throughout this process, I get a few nuts, but I don't need nearly as many nuts as other runs. This is a tactical decision for the run. See, one thing I could do is get 101 nuts, unlock the nut room, and get a Dangerous Mines or Dangerous Skull Caverns quest, which doubles the monster spawns in the relevant area. This could be beneficial, but has massive drawbacks. Firstly, I need to spend time getting all those nuts, time I could spend defeating monsters. Secondly, as I'm using a random seed, I don't know what quests I will get, and so might not even get a Dangerous Mines or Skull Cavern quest. Thirdly, I can only get a quest for the mines, or Skull Cavern, meaning I can't do both at the same time. With these caveats in mind, I've made the decision to not go for this option, choosing instead to use this time to defeat monsters directly. Once I leave the forge, I go back into the volcano for a bit, to defeat a few more magma sprites, grab 1 last nut for the day, and go to sleep in a tent right in front of the volcano, ready for tomorrow. I also reach level 10 combat, so I choose the brute profession to defeat monsters faster. Day 2 of summer. I go back to the forge and forge my sword with 3 rubies for extra damage, then go through the volcano once again. I know what my enchants are at this point, but don't have these cinder shards to do them yet. I get a few more nuts, defeat some more magma sprites, and when I'm back at the forge, I have enough cinder shards and prismatic shards to enchant 3 items. I enchant my hammer with Artful so I can do it special more often, then enchant my sword with Crusader so that I can defeat mummies without bombs, then enchant my axe with Efficient as I have a new goal for today. Tomorrow is a thunderstorm, which means that I can get batteries from lightning rods. I can't craft them yet though, being at Foraging level 5, and I need to be at level 6 to craft them. So I unlock Island West and chop the stumps, logs and a few trees, and reach Foraging level 6 when halfway through the farm plot. Faster than I thought it would be. I warp to the desert, ship some bones to pay for island tickets later, and go to the mines. I smelt some iron, grab some bat wings, and spend the rest of the night farming for quartz and fire quartz while defeating any slimes and bats I come across. At 11 PM, I sell some void essence and soul essence to the Adventurers Guild, and buy as many salads as I can as I'm running low, then finish the night by returning to the mines for quartz and slimes. Day 3 of summer. First thing, I grab some refined quartz from the furnaces, place 7 lightning rods on the right hand side of the farm, then spend until 4 PM farming more quartz, then place 16 more lightning rods on the farm. I'm a bit too late to return to the island today, so I visit the desert trader, then spend the rest of the night farming iron, slimes, and bats in the mines. I place a few more lightning rods on the farm at 7 PM, leaving me with 29 of them, which I find to be enough. Day 4 of summer. After yesterday's thunderstorm, I have 14 batteries ready, so I harvest the lightning rods and get my gold and iridium bars from the mines. With those materials, I craft 12 crystallariums, being short on stone of all things. I place those crystallariums into the farmhouse, then return to the island. Once again, I make my way through the volcano, defeating magma sprites and getting cinder shards on my way through. When I'm at the forge again, I combine my burglar's ring with my savage ring, and combine my lucky ring with my glowstone ring. Then forge my slammer with 2 rubies, but not 3 as I don't have enough cinder shards. I go back into the volcano for a few hours and defeat a few more magma sprites, but decide this isn't worthwhile and return to Island West. Here, I repair the Parrot Express and get the last nuts I need by blowing up till spots, harvesting nut bushes, and defeating the tiger slimes. Then repair the farmhouse. With that done, I go to sleep in a tent right in front of the volcano once again, anticipating another volcano day tomorrow. Day 5 of summer. It turns out today will not be a volcano day. I immediately warp to the desert and enter Skull Cavern. It turns out that today, floor 3 is infested and floor 5 is slime infested, so for the entirety of today, I descend to floor 5, return to the top and ascend again, defeating all the serpents, slimes and mummies I come across. At 1 AM, I visit the desert trader, then pass out. I have defeated 200 slimes, with 300 to go. I have defeated 25 mummies, with 46 to go. Finally, I have defeated 55 serpents, and I only have 9 to go. The end of the run is coming sooner than I thought. Day 6 of summer. It's happened again. Today, I have not 1, but 2 prehistoric floors I can access to defeat Pepper Rexes. Floor 8 and Floor 11. Before I go to Skull Cavern though, I need all the ladders I can get, so I grab all the items I'm willing to sell: iridium bars, gold bars, cloth, gems, prismatic shards, batteries, etc., and grab my monster musk too. While I wait for the shops to open, I farm a few blue slimes and bats, sell 43,000 G worth of items to Clint, another 20,000 G worth of items to Pierre, and my batteries to Robin, before buying all of the stone. No expense spared. The Pepper Rexes are now my number 1 priority and I need all the ladders I can get to defeat them quickly. I craft 40 ladders, then enter Skull Cavern. Right before floor 8, I chug the monster musk, then enter floor 8. I defeat some dinos, hit floor 11, then return to the top. I defeat some dinos, hit floor 11, then return to the top once again. At 5 PM, I reach the monster eradication goal for serpents, and reach the monster eradication goal for Pepper Rexes 1 hour later. At this point, I don't need to worry about descending or using ladders for the rest of today, so I switch to resetting floor 1 to farm mummies and purple slimes using the rest of my monster musk. Right before 10 PM, I reach the monster eradication goal for mummies as well, and my monster musk runs out shortly after. I spend another hour farming slimes, visit the desert trader, and visit the Adventurers Guild to sell some items, check my numbers, and get the arcane hat, which is my favourite. I try to visit the saloon, but I'm late by 1 second, so I farm a couple green slimes, then ship 21,000 G worth of miscellaneous metal bars, fishing tackle, cloth, and other items, then go to bed. I have 179 slimes to go, 47 bats to go, and 71 flame spirits to go. Day 7 of summer. Today, I go straight into Skull Cavern and ascend down deep, defeating any slimes and bats I come across. The big slimes don't count, but the little guys they spawn do count, and so I can defeat a lot of slimes quickly by whacking away at those little purple guys. Also, there are additional spawns of bats on floors divisible by 20, which is helpful. I leave Skull Cavern once I reach floor 80, visit the desert trader, and buy 100 salads to last me the rest of the game, plus 33 coffees. The rest of the night is spent in the mines, again farming blue slimes and bats, and I pass out with 87 slimes to go and 11 bats to go. Day 8 of summer. With the slimes and bats remaining, I debated with myself whether to clear them in the mines or Skull Cavern, ultimately deciding to use Skull Cavern. I leave at floor 40, smelt some ore, and sell my iridium bars to Clint, and buy 300 iron ore, letting me craft enough bombs for the rest of the run. The rest of the night is spent in Skull Caverns, whacking more purple guys. Day 9 of summer. 6 slimes and 1 bat. That's all that is left, apart from those magma sprites. It takes 1.5 hours to defeat them, then I run to Willie's shop and take the boat to Ginger Island, then make my way up the volcano. Today is also another special day, as the bookseller has visited once again. Unfortunately, he isn't selling a combat book today, therefore I can't get a monster musk today, and thus it will take longer to complete the monster eradication goal for magma sprites. I reach the forge, then go to the Adventurers Guild via the desert to get the Slime Chummer ring. Normally, this is not worth getting, but I had to defeat 1000 times anyway, and so it's not anywhere near as far out of my way, and it will let me ignore the slimes as I finish off the magma sprites. I warp back to the island and fuse that Slime Chummer ring with my iridium band I crafted the other day. I leave the volcano to grab 5 more nuts, then go back through the volcano to clear any magma sprites I've missed, leaving through the volcano shortcut that I repaired with those 5 nuts. I started today with 71 to go, and ended today with 36 to go. Day 10 of summer. I go through the volcano, defeating magma sprites. When I'm done, I go through again, clearing any stragglers. However, through the entirety of this, less magma sprites have spawned, and so I only end up defeating 15 with 21 to go. Unlucky. I cook some triple shot espressos, then go to bed here so that I wake up here tomorrow. Day 11 of summer. 21 magma sprites to go. I chug a coffee and a spicy eel and run into the volcano dungeon. I'm luckier today and get more spawns of magma sprites and complete the monster eradication goal at 1 PM on floor 7. I didn't even need to enter the volcano a second time. With all eradication goals complete, I decide to visit the luau, drop in a gold magma cap, and everybody has an unforgettable luncheon. After the luau, I go to check the Adventurers Guild, but as today's a festival, the guild is closed. There also wasn't an achievement gained, as the Protector of the Valley achievement is obtained once per player, not once per save file. Day 12 of summer. With yesterday being a festival, today is the first day after completing all of the Monster Slayer goals that I can access the Adventurers Guild. But before I do, I need to wait until 2 PM, so while I wait, I'll go over the run. This run ended up being faster than I expected. I estimated they would take until the end of summer, but it only took until summer 11, 17 days earlier. However, this run can be done in fewer days. With the rules I set for myself in this run, no animation cancelling, no glitches, and no set seed, there are still things that can be done to reduce the number of days to complete it. For example, as the bottleneck of this run turned out to be magma sprites, more time should have been spent focusing on them, with the remaining slimes, bats, and other monsters dealt with once I defeated all the magma sprites I could defeat in the day. In addition, with the run being so short, it ultimately wasn't worthwhile going for crystallariums in this run. I lost at least 2 days from farming quartz to craft lightning rods to get batteries to craft crystallariums, as well as reaching level 6 foraging to craft lightning rods in the first place. If the run is done faster, it's also a lot less likely to get a thunderstorm at the time I would need it. By not crafting crystallariums, I can also use that iridium to craft iridium bands, which I should have crafted and used as soon as I could, but I forgot. Earlier, I talked about why I did not use the Dangerous Mines quest to double monster spawns, concluding they will take too long to do for the benefit it will provide. That only becomes even more true in a shorter version of this run. Overall, if I could do this run again with the same rules, I could shave off a couple days, possibly finishing in the first week of summer. Finishing in spring is probably possible, but I'm not sure if I could pull that one off. Well, that is everything I have to say for this video, so thank you for watching, and if you want to see what video I make next, subscribe to find out.